Monday morning, start of a new week, and another cancellation. Darn it. You know, I've been working with this company for over, well, you know what? Side note. Let's talk about this first. I did not walk yesterday. I did not walk Saturday morning or Saturday night. I did walk Sunday night, and I didn't do a video. So I want to apologize for that, but I was in dance class on Tuesday night and was talking to an avid runner. And he had mentioned to me, I told him, hey dude, I've been walking for the last 38 days. And he was like, whoa, pump your brakes, Ricardo. He said, your body and your legs have to regenerate. They have to excel on muscle growth on your days off. You got to take a day off. So I did. What's up, Wally? I took off Saturday morning and Sunday morning, and I did not walk those mornings. So I gave my legs a rest. Now I didn't miss it Sunday, so I walked last night with my wife. That was pretty fun. Anyway, let's get back to this opening video, guys. I had another cancellation happen to me today. They canceled on me on Saturday. Today is Monday, of course, so Sunday I already knew. What's up, Junk Boss? And people are being more cautious. I did a video about this, a morning video about people being more cautious about junk removal, people being more cautious about pricing right now in this economic. People are just having issues about it. So, and this gets back to my video right now, that what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to do 2 laps. I'm halfway. My car is right on the other side of the lake right there. So I already started kind of late, but I want to get into this video about a company that I tried to help out about maybe 3 years ago. This gentleman, Junk Underdog, what's up, Joe? This gentleman called me about 4 years ago. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. And we just talked business. I was asking him, he was asking me for advice. And I told him, he's like, man, you've been doing this for 12 years, Ricardo, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is 4 years ago when I talked to him. We were just talking business. Anyway, as I'm talking to this guy, I tried to give him advice. Well, I did notice on the Facebook group that he is selling one of his trucks. And I recognized the name of this company as somebody that I had known, or someone I had talked to. Good morning. Someone I had been communicated business in the past. So I picked up the phone and I called him. We had a long conversation. He was about to go to dinner with his wife and kids. And this was Friday afternoon when I called him. So I'm going to try to remember the story. But it's kind of interesting, and this might give everybody a perspective of where their business is. So this gentleman started his business about 4 years ago. Well, I guess now it's about 5 years ago. Man, I should remember a few details of the story. I had a job for $6,400, and I was told the nearest company was 32 less than me. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I had an $1,800 cancellation this morning, which was so disappointing. Usually I would scoff at this and just say, whatever, you know what I mean? No big deal. But now, yeah, it sucks. So anyway, I'm talking to this guy who's out of Florida. He didn't want me to mention their name or anything like that, but now he's selling his truck. And he said amongst the economic issues and the finances he's having, and I will get to the numbers in just a second, okay, guys? He had 2 trucks, okay? 2 trucks, and his employee who started the business with him, he's been here from day one. He drove another one of his trucks. Now, both of his trucks were financed. Oh my God, get this, okay? So they were both 2500s. They were Chevrolet 2500, okay? Get this crap. His credit wasn't the best, but he bought 2 Chevrolet 500 in a 3-year span. So when he first started, him and his wife, he owned a 2500 because he used to do hot shotting or something like that, he mentioned. So his 2500 Chevrolet, he used it to start doing junk removal and bought a little flatbed trailer and was just going around and being successful. He said he was making money. And that's at the point in year 3 that he decided to, the guy that was working with him from the start, to buy him a truck and buy him a small trailer too. But this time they didn't buy a small trailer, they bought a dump truck, a dumpster in the back. It was a 14-foot dumpster. I don't know who it was made by. But let's talk about the payments on this truck. He was paying $950 on one of his trucks, and the other one he was paying $899. His interest rate was 16. I was like, what? Can it even get that? I didn't even know it could get that high. So he got a really shitty interest. I mean, the trucks would cost him like $100,000 for a 2500 Chevrolet. I didn't make any sense on that. Anyway, as he was growing his business, he was telling me, and this is kind of interesting because I've been talking about this on my channel for the last few weeks, is that he kept on putting money into the business so he can grow his business, and he thought it was a normal deal. He really thought it was a normal deal where he would put more money in. He would make $1,000 and put 900 of it, and he did. He followed my my path. He kind of did what I do, right? And he kept on reinvesting in his business. He kept on reinvesting in his business so he can grow his business, and he was. He said he was having a really good success growing his business, but he wasn't making any money. As a matter of fact, his wife was a nurse practitioner, I think. So she went off and got she took some time off because they had 2 kids. And she took some time off, and then she said, you know what, the bills at home are getting tight. And she went back to work. So she started bringing in money, and she was responsible for about 50 to 60% of the bills at home. And I was like, okay. So she was helping out, and I was helping out. But he said the last few months were just horrible amid the financial issues that the U.S. is having, and a strong hurricane. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? He goes, that's where I knew it was time to hang it up and not do this anymore, Ricardo. So I decided to take back the truck that had that was $950 a month. I just took it back and returned it to the car lot, and they're probably going to give me a repo on my credit. But the other truck, get this stuff, okay? Get this, and I'm going to get to the numbers in just a second. He would park both his trucks. One would be parked at an apartment complex where his employee worked. They allowed him to. And then the other one would be parked at his home. Well, the area was hit so bad with winds and the hurricane and stuff that a tree fell on his truck, and they called it a total loss. So he got saved on that. Isn't that crazy? So he was like, when that happened, I knew it was time for me to quit junk removal, Ricardo. And I was like, holy moly. I said, well, do you mind, telling me how much you made or what's your numbers, what's going on? And yeah, he told me. So here it is. In his first year doing business, he only made $72,000. That was his first year ever doing junk removal. And that was in revenue. I asked him how much he made net profit, and he really didn't know, but he was thinking it was like in the $35,000 range. So I couldn't tell you. And he didn't even know. He had no idea, okay? So anyway, in his second year is when he got really serious about it. He topped over $150,000 in revenue. And I was like, dude, that is pretty good. He goes, yeah, that's when I really, that's when I talked to you and we started making money and I started getting rid of some of the stuff. But I did myself in, Ricardo. And I said, what happened? He goes, well, the business is really good. The economic outlook of the United States was awesome. It was a little after COVID, and everybody had money. Everybody was spending. Trucks were expensive. That's when I bought my second truck in 2021. I was like, okay, what's going on? And he's like, I went out, and here it is, guys. Here's what you want to hear. I qualified for a PPPL loan and an EIDL loan, and I got me $75,000 on one of the loans. On the other one got me $35,000. So I got over $110,000 in loans from the government, which he's still paying off one of them. Well, the other one he's not. They gave him the money. The $35,000, they just gave it to him. I don't understand this loan. Anyway, but the other $75,000 one, no, he has to pay it back. And he's still paying till this day. So he told me that it helped out his business to grow and expand his business, to excel it faster in year 3 and year 4, which we're talking about year 4 right about now. But he said that here's what happened. He was so fast building his business, and he got these loans in year 3 that he decided his buddy who was helping him out, that he would buy his buddy a truck and get him a dump trailer, brand new truck and a dump trailer. And this is when prices of trucks were so expensive, man. Y'all remember that? Prices of trucks, 44 people in this room. Holy shit, man, I gotta be in error. All right. So there was so much economic money coming in that he took advantage of it. And God, listen, guys, I understand a lot of people did that. A lot of people did that, and a lot of people lost out on that. You know, the United States says, the Treasury says that only 2% of people actually pay those loans back. Isn't that crazy? That's how bad finances are in the United States. Regardless, here's what happened. This guy got those loans, and he was making money. He said that, that's my wife calling me. He said that he's making all this money, doing pretty good, and he just wasn't making any profit at all. Okay, guys, so here's the numbers. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. In year 3, when he bought the truck, he bought the truck in March of year 3, by the way, and he started making money, okay? His revenue was $350,000. $350,000. And I asked him how much his net profit was. Right? And he told me that he was profiting over $70,000. That's $340,000. He was making $70,000, and he knew that as his business would go, he would make more money. You know what I mean? He knew that eventually he would make more money. And I was like, okay. So what happened this past year? So here's what he told me. Jesus, people are calling me right now. Okay, so here's what happened. Some people just can't do math. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, you're not, Joe, listen to this. He came from a financial background. Yes, he came from a financial background. He worked finance. Oh, I should have said that at the start of the story. Okay, so anyway, that's how he ended up qualifying for those loans. He knew how to work the loans. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know. So, okay, so anyway, let me get back to the story. He said in year 4, which was 2023, okay, he said in year 4 that his business with 2 trucks and now 2 dump trailers, by the way, he ended up getting rid of the landscape trailer and bought him a dump trailer, that in year 4, he made $480,000. And I was like, dude, that is awesome. He goes, yeah. Ricardo, I started making money, but then year 5 rolled around this year, and then March he saw the business going down. I said, well, brother, let me talk to you about this. What happened in year 4 when you made 480? What happened? And he said, well, we were making 480 in year 4, but we were making less profit. I said, no, I don't understand. He goes, we only profited $25,000. I said, what? He said, wait, in year 3, you made 320 and made 70 grand. He goes, yeah, but in year 4, we took on more bills. And I said, how did you do that? He goes, well, my guy wanted a raise. We started doing more leads. We started paying for thumbtack. We started paying for it. And I was like, great, dude. I'm like, dude, this is what really fucked you up. Yeah, I screwed his business up. I could just tell where he's going with this. Yeah, we were making more money. You know, I was still paying off the loan from the government. And it just, I thought everything would turn around. And then this year, Ricardo, after March, I had a bad April, May, June, and then his truck got hit. And I was like, whoa. Okay, so here's what happened, guys. In March of this year, he made $10,000. $10,000. That's how bad of a drop his business had. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. If you made 480 the year before, you have to be averaging. Think about it. You have to be averaging somewhere around the $40,000 range a month, because 40 times 10 months is $400,000. He made 480. $480. So imagine he has to be making about $44,000 a month. And I said, so what did you do in March? He goes, 10,000. In April, he said about 11. He goes, I got the books right here. Let me tell you. And I started looking. I mean, he started reading them off to me. June, he made $8,000. July, which is at the time his truck got messed up. But June and July, it doesn't fucking matter. It don't really matter because I can't remember everything, guys. Don't hold me to it, okay? I'm doing statistics wrong. We had a bad hurricane, truck got hit, and I said, I'm gonna call it quits. He goes, Ricardo, I'll be honest with you. I realized in after March, April and May, in May, I realized we were breaking even. That's when my wife went and got a job. I said, well, how much money were you making? He said, we were in the red. I said, what? He goes, we couldn't sustain it no more. And I'm a financer, and I did finances. I knew at that time that I had to quit. And I just drug it out for 2 more months to pay my employees. And I was like, dude, that's sad, bro. And I said, yeah, my truck got hit. And the other truck, I talked to my wife, we just returned it to the car lot, and that was it. So they literally drove the other Chevrolet 2500 that his his employee kept at his apartment. They literally drove it to the car lot, gave the keys, and walked off. He said, I just delivered the truck. I didn't care. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. He goes, yeah. And if I get a repo, I get a repo, but I'm not losing my house. I'm not losing this. He goes, I'm going to go back to financing. I'll start small again, and then we'll do it. And I go, but junk removal, he said, it was a learning experience for the last 5 years. But how do you make $480,000 and not make any money? So here's what he told me, his solution. Here's what he told me, and it made perfect sense to me where he messed up. He said, Ricardo, here's where I messed up. I didn't do what you do, and you take your time. I wanted to build my business so fast that after I got those loans from the government, he said, I should have never got those loans. He's still paying for those loans right now. Right now, he is still paying for those loans. I just couldn't believe that. And he said, Ricardo, what I did is I knew that I wasn't making any money. I knew that as I was investing the money back in the business, it wasn't the money I had earned. It wasn't my money. It was the government's money. So at one point, I started looking at it in 2023 and said, dude, this is not right. Let me see if I can clear it up in 2024, which was a great year for them. But he said, in the end, the bottom line was always in the red. They never could come out of the red. He knew eventually they would just be in the red. And that means you're not making any money, you're just working. He said at the point, I said, okay, now let's get back to his solution. And this is what I think everybody wants to hear. So listen up, guys, this is the good one. And this is what he told me. Ricardo, he said to me, I should have built this business slow. And I think a lot of junk removal companies do this, Ricardo. They're making money in junk removal. They have their truck and their trailer, and they're making $150,000, $200,000 a year just by themselves. I said, yeah, I understand that. I've been there before, because I have been there before. I made $275,000 by myself with the truck and the trailer a while back. He said, I should have just kept on doing that. But what I did, I wanted to grow and expand my business, and I got these loans. And that's what happens to a lot of people, he said to me. He said, Ricardo, a lot of people see that this business is really easy and they start making money and they go and get loans so they can expand and build their business. And these loans ain't their money. They have to pay back these loans, but they get these loans, they get more trucks, they get more trailers, they get more insurance, they get more employees, they get more ads, they do this. And what happens? Ultimately, they got more bills. And then there's an economic downturn like there is right now in the United States. And we didn't see that coming. I mean, nobody saw it coming, but we weren't able to keep up with it, and we lost out. Whew. He said, I should have never got that loan. I should have just kept my business like it was. I was making money. Ultimately, I was making money. I was trying to grow the business, but it just didn't work out. He told me that, let me put on my seatbelt. He just was telling me how he could have done it better. His solution was he should have just never got the loans from the government. He should have just kept it slow, built his business really slow. And if he didn't have to pay those loans back, he wouldn't have grown his business. He wouldn't have realized that growing his business was going to cost him so much money. He said, I should have seen it from a long time ago. I messed up. I should have took my time. He said, Ricardo, you've been doing this, 16, 17 years. You've grown your business bigger and bigger every year, but you take your time doing it. You're not rushing. I said, hell yeah. And I said, you see the trucks that I drive? He goes, yeah, my trucks are way better than yours, but yours are paid and mine aren't. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Shit, my trucks feel like they're going to break down every fucking day, actually. Anyway, guys, I thought this was a really cool video. I thought it'd be an amusing video, so you ought to open your eyes and stuff like that. And yeah, no, this is not the Cybertruck. I sold the Cybertruck, Joe. I sold it already. Made a little money off of it, which was one of the best investments ever. Oh my God, people are dumb paying for those trucks. So that was a pretty cool deal. Anyway, guys, it was just kind of an eye-opening experience for me. He said he should have never got those loans, and he told me that I told him I was going to do a video about it. He said, be sure to let everybody know that if you want to grow your business properly and you want to do it right, Ricardo, they take their time. They don't get a loan to expand their business so fast. And I was like, well, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. He goes, especially you get a loan to save your business out of this bad economy, and you think it's going to get better, but it doesn't. You still got to make payments. So right now, as it is, he is making $850 payments to his PP. Oh my God, which one is it? To his government loan. He's still making that money payment to the loan, and he's behind right now. It kind of sucks. Anyway, guys, I wanted to do a quick video. I'm about to walk into the gym right now. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging in there and listening to this video. I will see y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll put some more videos out later on, but thanks for everybody. 44 people this morning in this video. That's crazy. I'll see y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.